Considered by the popular regard of generations of Filipino as the national hero of the country, Mar tried as he was true summary execution by firing squad on Bagumbayan Field, along the promenade known as the Luneta, today part of Rizal Park, by the Spanish colonial authorities on charges of treason against Spain based on his advocacy for political reform and autonomy for the Philippines, as well as the alleged support of the revolutionary uprising of the Katipunan led by Andres Bonifacio that began in August of 1896. Dr. Jose Rizal was a gifted polymath whose manifold interests also extended to the natural science as well as to history, literature, ethnology, archaeology, architecture, and the visual arts.
So lumabas po tayo ng building na to dahil po nasa kabila daw po yung stories tungkol po kay Rizal. So pupunta tayo doon ngayon.
Indio Genius, Spirit of Rizal freed at last. Rizal knew writing superb novels in Spanish was pushing his lifeline toward a firing squad ending. The imported format did not quench the thirst for his Indio Genius storytelling. Illiterate barrio folk heard Kuya Pepe's epic tales read by educated ilustrados. The Noli and Fili were orally repeated in caves and forests and secret society meetings. Inspiring the nation, Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero in art. Pagbibigay inspirasyon sa bayan, Dr. Jose Rizal ang pambansang bayani sa sining. Ipinanganak noong Hunyo 19, 1861 sa Calamba, Laguna. Kilala ng marami si Dr. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Riolanda dahil sa angking karunungan sa iba't ibang larangan na may pambihirang kakayanang intelektual at kahangaang talento sa sining. Nag-aral siya sa Manila at sa Europa at naging bihasa sa panitikang kasaysayan, politika, arkitektura, sosyolohiya, medisina at sining. Bukod sa husay sa panitikan, si Dr. Rizal ay isa ring artista ng sining biswal. Ginawan niya ng matalinghagang representasyon at mga larawan ng mga natatanging personalidad na kasalamuhan niya sa kanyang paglalakbay sa Europa at sa pananatili sa dapitan. Ang eksibisyon na ito ay nagtatampok ng mga likha ni Dr. Rizal at ng mga patungkol sa kanya mula sa ating pambansang koleksyon. Isa sa mga likha niyang itinanghal dito ang eskulturang Yari sa Luwad sa Mother Revenge at hinirang bilang pambansang yamang pangkultura. Dagdag pa sa kabilang dig sa eksibisyon ang mga larawan ni Dr. Rizal na yari sa 2 at 3-dimensional na uri ng sining na likha ng mga tanyag na Pilipinong alagad ng sining. Tunghayan pa natin ang mga susunod na lugar kung saan patungkol kay Rizal. Dr. Jose Rizal inspires me to be an entrepreneur. I sell longganisang imus, taking orders through online, then I deliver their orders. Small income but it really helps me a lot. I also sell ukay-ukay. I sort, I wash, I take photos of ukay-ukay then post it on my Facebook account to sell it. As you can see, I'm getting tired, but I'm fine. After a day of class, I pack orders at home. I also give freebies for my customers. This one is free scrunchies. Just a small gift for supporting my small business. Transacting online and packing orders at the same time is not easy, but I still love what I do. It inspires me to do more. To all small business owner like me, don't stop believing to yourself. You are doing great. I am Marjorie Bautista, and Dr. Jose Rizal inspires me to be an entrepreneur.
Rizal Park, also known as Luneta Park, is a sanctuary to people from all walks of life. It was formerly called Luneta from the French word lunette, which means a crescent-shaped fort, and was the site of La Calzada, the social hub of Manila's elite. It was also used by the Spaniards as an execution ground for rebels and activists. It was officially named Rizal Park after the name of Dr. Jose Rizal, our national hero, as an honor and tribute to him. It is situated next to Intramuros, which was then a Spanish fort that served as a buffer during rebellions. Francisco Maniago, a leader of the village in Mexico, Pampanga, who led a revolt in protest against forced labor and confiscation of rice by the Spaniards. He blocked the mouths of the rivers of Pampanga to stop commerce with Manila. His rebellion ended with the acceptance of his demands by the Spaniards. Datu Taupan, also known as Panglima Taupan, he was the leader of the Sama Balangigi of Zamboanga, Basilan, and Tongkil Islands. He fought for the independence of his people against Spanish incursions and launched raids against Spanish settlements. In 1848, Spanish forces, using modern gunboats, finally took Balangigi Islands after a fierce battle. Datu Taupan and his followers were captured and were relocated to Isabela province in northern Luzon. Francisco Dagohoy, enraged by the refusal of a Spanish friar to bury his brother, he led a rebellion against Spanish rule which lasted from 1744 to 1829. The rebellion, which was also fueled by the excesses of the Spanish authorities, lasted for more than 80 years, the longest in the Philippines history. Diego Silang, working as a mail courier between Manila and Vigan, Ilocos Sur, he was witness to the excesses of the Spaniards. During the British invasion of Manila, he urged his province mates to arm themselves against the British and at the same time demanded the abolition of forced labor and tribute. Graciano Lopez Haina, a fiery writer and narrator, he was one of the Filipino propagandists seeking reforms for the Philippines. He founded and became the first editor of the newspaper La Solidaridad, which became the organ of the reform movement in Spain. Jose Maria Panganiban, known as the defender of Filipino honor, he was one of the most eloquent writers of propaganda paper La Solidaridad. An energetic orator, he championed the freedom of the press and advocated the improvement of the educational system of the Philippine colony. Apolinario Mabini, overcoming extreme poverty and crippling paralysis, he became known as the brain of the Philippine Revolution. Mateo Carino, the Ibaloy chieftain of Benguet, who led a successful revolt against the Spanish garrison in La Trinidad in 1898. Aguinaldo made him captain of Baguio and head of the Igorot army. Rizal's execution site. Jose Rizal y Mercado, Filipino physician, propagandist, writer, and patriot, was executed within these hallowed grounds at exactly 7:03 in the morning of December 3, 1896, by an 8-man squad of Filipino riflemen from the 70th Infantry Regiment, the Magallanes of the Spanish colonial army. Those who witnessed Rizal's public execution included Luis Taviel de Andrade, his legal defender during his trial for alleged treason against Spain, and the two Jesuit priests, Father Jose Villaclara and Father Stanislao March S.J., who accompanied Rizal during his final walk before his execution. Rizal's martyrdom fanned the flames of the Filipino Revolution of 1896 and inspired the Filipinos in their resolute and epic fight for freedom.
Pantaleon Villegas, a native of Bacong, Negros Oriental, he worked in Cebu and Manila, where he was inducted into the Katipunan and took the name of Leon Kilat.
Vicente Alvarez, already serving as a high official in the Spanish colonial government, he joined the Katipunan and started the revolution in Zamboanga in March 1898. Gregorio Aglipay, a former Catholic priest who championed the Filipinization of the Philippine Catholic Church after the execution of Father Mariano Gomez, Father Jose Burgos, and Father Jacinto Zamora, or Dagomburza. He was the Vice General of the Philippine Revolutionary Army and represented Ilocos Norte as one of the framers of the Philippine Constitution at Malolos and member of the Revolutionary Congress. He also fought in the Filipino-American War and was one of the last generals to surrender to the Americans. Marcelo H. del Pilar, known as Plaridel, he was a nationalist and one of the greatest propagandists of reform movement. He authored pamphlets attacking the abuses of friars and became the publisher of De la Solidaridad in 1889. Dato Amay Pakpak, the chief of Marawi. Dato Amay Pakpak was also known as Dato Akadir, who bravely resisted the Spanish campaigns to subjugate Lanao. He was killed while defending his quota during the Blanco campaign in 1895. Apolinario de la Cruz, a deeply religious man, he was known as Hermano Pule. Being a native, he was refused entry into the clergy. He later founded a religious confraternity known as the Confradia de San Jose, in which the members worshipped according to their own conscience. Aman Dangat, the chief of Malakdang, Batanes, who led an uprising of the Ivatans in 1791. Armed only with native weapons, he and his men battled the Spanish forces for 3 days, was captured and publicly executed to instill fear among the people. Sultan Dipatuan Kudarat, a direct descendant of Sharif Kobongsuan who propagated Islam in Mindanao. Juan Sumuroy, a brilliant military leader who led the people of Samar in opposing the conscription of men from their homes to work in the shipyards of Cavite. He won several victories against the Spaniards and their allies. He resisted for a year, was captured and executed.
Kasalukuyan kaming nakapila dito kaya make sure bago pumunta agahan at magdala ng student ID para sa discount.
Hi guys, nasa Fort Santiago na kami with my classmate. Tingnan kami with my classmate pa. Tumayo kami!
Raha Sulaiman Theater. Constructed as a military barracks and a cuarto escuela, a school for petty officers during 18th century. Site of the chapel cell where Jose Rizal, the hero martyr, spent his final evening prior his execution during December 30, 1896. Destroyed during the Second World War, ruins converted to an outdoor theater known as the Raha Sulaiman Theater 1967. Last walk to martyrdom. To commemorate the centennial of Dr. Jose Rizal's martyrdom, the National Centennial Commission and the Department of Tourism have introduced Rizal's shoe prints embedded in the pavement and placed markers in areas where he passed on his way to Bagong Bayan from his cell in Fort Santiago. Shrine of Jose Rizal. Originally built with brick as a military barracks during 1593. Site of the prison cell of national hero martyr Jose Rizal, charged by colonial authorities with rebellion, sedition, and formation of illegal societies during November 3 to 29 December 1896. Dambanang Rizal sa Fort Santiago. Ang ladrilyong guho ay bahagi ng isa sa pinakamatandang gusali sa Fort Santiago. Itinayo bilang kwartel para sa mga sundalong Espanyol noong 1593. Dito ikinulong si Jose Rizal noong November 3 to December 29, 1896 bago ang pagbaril sa kanya sa Bagong Bayan. Ngayoy niwasang Rizal na noong December 30, 1896. Bahagi ng deklarasyon ng Fort Santiago bilang pambansang dambana sa bisa ng RA 5976 Marso 1951, muling ipinatayo noong 1953. Sa gusali ng dambanang Rizal ay pinagbabawal na kumuha ng mga video kaya puro lamang mga larawan ito. Dito makikita natin ang mga kagamitan ni Jose Rizal. Narito na rin ang mga sertipiko, parangal, at higit sa lahat ang dalawang obrang ginawa niya na ang No Limitangere at ang El Filibusterismo. Dito sa gusali ng tambanan ng Rizal, makikita lahat ng impormasyon tungkol kay Jose Rizal.
So, nandito pa rin kami. Sinisip mo. Sakay kami ah. Oh. Yun. Pati pagsakay hirap tayo. kami. Mapasta kami, guys.
Jose Rizal inspires me to become an artist. Here are some clips of my paintings, and I painted them during my pandemic days. Jose Rizal is a great artist when it comes to painting and sculptures. During his studies in medicine in their ancestral house in Laguna, his brother Perfano tutored him in arts. That's the time when Rizal's passion in arts bloomed. And by that, it inspired me to pursue my passion in arts, all the more in painting. Arts helps me to calm my nerves and to calm my mind. It helps me to ease my anxieties and it widens my imaginations. Also, it gives me hope and my life became meaningfully colorful. There is no rules in arts, hence, you are the master of your masterpiece. You can express yourself even more through arts, and by that, observing about Rizal's love in arts amazed me, and it gives me strength to motivate myself to push through in arts. This is Desiree Grace Cortez from Entrepreneurship, and Rizal inspires me to become an artist.